Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do another kind of everyday neutral kind of look. So I'm going for a more burnt browns, orangey, gold, maybe more copper look today. So I've already done some of my highlighter. I didn't put any concealer on today because I have quite a bit to do. So I didn't want to go too much makeup on the face. It is good to take breaks for your skin. So we're gonna jump right on in. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the Naked brush because you guys know I love that if you have been tuning in the past couple weeks. So we're basically honestly just gonna start. I'll do my eyebrows and my mascara afterward and you'll see a complete look by the end. Awesome. So we're gonna start with the Tarte palette, this circular one that I love that I have shown you before. We're gonna go into Sunbeam, which is the top middle one right there. So we're just going to dab that in. This is that bronze color that I really love, and we're going to sweep that all across the eyelid. Now that I have covered my entire eyelid with that color, oh no, I'll get rid of that. So we're going to add dimension, and I think we're gonna go in with the Sassy's Sienna's palette. So this palette is from Dose of Color. This came in my October BoxyCharm box. So if you remember, I did review this palette, and I did think it came off a little dusty, but that's okay. So we're gonna go into, the brassy color that looks like so. That is this one on the end here. So we're going to build color. It is a bit dark. It's definitely like a burnt brick color. And we're going to go out this way and sweep all the way across. I do like that this palette is pigmented. A lot of pigment, not so much makeup. So, I'm going to do that on the other side. I'll zoom through that, and I will show you the rest. Alrighty guys, so don't worry too much about the edges right now. You can always go in and kind of fix those up, which I will have to, because I'm not loving it. But that is for later. So what we will do now is I do actually want to take my smudger brush by Moda Pro. It is the smudger BMX 402. So you'll see it's a flattened brush, and we're actually just going to use that to smudge the outside or the outermost of my makeup and blend that really up there. Honestly, I want a lot of color. So we're going to blend the edges and smudge those out. Just for a more gradient look, something a little more natural so you're not as concerned about how perfect the edges look. Perfect lines are not necessary. Awesome. So now that we're done with that, you can see the bang of orange. It does come off pretty orange. It does look a little more burnt brick color on the palette, but once it's on the face, it is a lot more orange. So we are going to go in with the Moda Detail brush, this one. It's a little finer than your crease brush, which looks like yay. This one is much bigger, fluffier. This one allows you to get into your eye with a little more detail. Thus, hence the detail brush, BMX 420. So I think we're actually going to go into the Butter London palette right here. Whoop. And we're going to go into the Temptress, which is this brown right there. So we're going to get a little bit of that onto my brush. It is a nice cocoa color, and it's quite warm too, which everything on my face so far is quite warm, so I want to stay in that family. So we're going to go right into the crease with this. And it's dark, y'all, but that is okay. So we're doing slight, small circles. And this will kind of allow you to grow the color over time and also fan it out a little bit. I'm going a little bit onto the corner of my eye, the outermost corner, for dimension. All right, so that gives me a little more dimension. You can see the crease when I do this, you have that nice darkening on the edge, but you also, it's just more dimension. Look at this eye versus this eye. You can totally tell that this has more dimension. This is a little deeper on the end, where this has nothing. Perfect. So we're going to do the same thing on the other eye, and I will zoom through that. All right, so again, with our smudger brush, kind of dusted it off a bit, we're going to smudge the very edges of the darkest color. So between our burnt orange and that darker Temptress color. Just again to fade the color out and make it a little, not even cleaner, because honestly it doesn't clean up the color or the lines necessarily, but they look cleaner. The lines do look cleaner when you do this. So we have that on one end, we have that on the other end. I might drag this color out just a tiny bit more because I'm not loving the coverage of Temptress on top of this. I do love that Butter London palette overall. I just think that it was looking a little different on one side of my face than the other side of my face, which again is honestly something you're gonna have to play with. Everybody's face is a little different, so I always suggest building over time. So if you do have this issue, you can correct it easily. Easy corrections, like that was a simple, easy correction. So we fix that up. We have fixed this up. We're looking much better. At least I think so. So, next. I have to think. So I want to add a little more dimension to my crease. And surprisingly enough, this is by adding a third color, but almost to the top of the burnt orange color. I know it doesn't look like I have much space between my eyebrow and where my eyeshadow ends, but I promise you that this will work. So I'm rolling out the darker Temptress color on my Moda Pro brush, the Detail 420 brush. So now this is looking a bit cleaner. You can see my hand though. No girl. we're going to go in and call me crazy, but you wouldn't be wrong. We're going to go in with this pinker color right there. It's called Bossy. It looks like so. That pink color at the end, or second to last. So with that, we're going to tap the brush off. It's a lot. You saw all that come off? We're going to go almost along the top area of the orange, or the burnt color. And this is simply to add a little more pop. We're not covering the orange color necessarily. We're almost lining the orange color. Because when we go in with a smudger brush, this will all make sense. All right, so back in with my smudger brush. I love this brush. So we're just gonna go along the top, kind of smudge all of that together. And yes, we are almost diminishing lines. We're almost diminishing lines. So now I'm actually going to wipe the sides. I want to put a little more edge on this side. So I'm going to go back into my orange brassy color and just kind of give it a little more of a shape. All right, awesome. So, with that being said, we've cleaned up the lines on that side. We have pretty much cleaned up the lines on that side. Now I'm just messing with it. All right. Lastly, but not less important, we are going to use the fluffy side of the Naked brush. And we are going to go back into this Tarte palette right here. And we are going to use a matte, very light color like that. It is technically the earthy tone right there. And we're going to now sweep right under the eyebrow and in the lower area of my eyebrow. I don't know how to explain this. Right here. You're going in right there. So this will make sure that there is some space between your eyebrow and the makeup. And I like to almost line under here with that. So my lines and colors are a little more defined. That's why I told you guys you don't have to worry about not having these crazy lines, because we will create them with other brushes. So again, other side, I'll speed through that, and then I will show you what we do in the corner of our eye, and as well as my eyebrows and eyelashes super fast. Now for the corners of my eyes, I'm going to use the smaller side of the Naked brushes. I'm gonna go wild and crazy. We're gonna go off of my eyeshadows altogether. We're gonna take my highlighter. Oh yeah. We're going to brush this onto my brush. We're going to dash this in the innards of my eye because I want real intense glow on the inside. Do it again on the other side. We want glow, girls. We want glow. Okay, so, well, would you look at that? I've got to be honest with you. This look is pretty sick with that added to it. So, I'm going to show you in natural light as I always do what this will look like, because that really made it shine. All right, let me show you. Okay. Let's hope the sun is going my way. Oh! Yes, it is. All right, so do you guys see that glow? We have the blending of our browns and our corals. And yes, you can see the glow. You can see my highlighter too. That's actually going to be in our next video. The next video is the November opening of our BoxyCharm box. So it'll be all of the reviews, it'll be all of the openings, and it will be awesome. So make sure that you're there and that you tune in for that. So you will learn what highlighter I'm using right now, because honestly, yes. So I hope you guys like this look. I'm gonna finish off my eyebrows and my eyelashes really fast, and then we're all done. This is a super easy everyday look. You can go to dinner in it, you can go food shopping like I am, and you can even go see friends, which I am also doing. So we'll zoom through this and we'll be all done. All right. So, okay. So, eyebrows, super fast. And do them a little differently today, and I will make a video on why and how. All right, so that is my eyebrows and my eyelashes. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna add one more thing to this look. That is lips. So we're actually going to use this cashmere lip pencil in the color Mocha from, I wish I could read this honestly, Vintage, yeah, Vintage, Sorry, it's like blurred off because I've touched it so much and I've just like used this pencil so many times. So it is by Vintage, or it is Vintage by Jessica LeBrand. Libeskind. I screwed that up. Sorry, Jessica. Libeskind. I think I said that right. So if I did, and you ever watch this, Jessica, give me some props, because let's be real, just like my name is hard, your last name is hard. My name is Milena, by the way, but it's spelled M-I-L-E-N-A, and most people are like, Milena, Milena. No, none of the above. All right, so we're going to line the outside of our lips with this Mocha color. So it's pretty easy. For that extra plump look, you can go just directly underneath your actual lip on the bottom, and it'll It'll just make your lips appear more full. It'll give you just an extra little bit of pop. So we're gonna do that. Just right underneath, nothing crazy, not like here. Don't keep going and keep moving down, because that can easily happen if you get liner crazy and liner happy, you know? And the top, you wanna follow the actual shape of your lips. If you are like me and your lips are not the same shape on the top, this one goes out, this one curves in, I do kind of fix that. I do a little bit of corrective with the with the lip liner, but you don't have to. All right, so you can see I've also drawn into my lip a little bit. I don't just do a thin line of lip liner, especially for what I'm about to do. I'm not using lipstick. If I was, you can use a thin little line, it's fine. That's basically just to keep your lip liner from fraying. It's to keep your lipstick from fraying, which is when it starts to actually bleed and leave these weird lines that are going through your skin, almost like little veins coming out of your lips. Not cute. It's just not. Okay. So the lip line, God help. The lip gloss we're going to use is a Steve Laurent. It is in the color Posh. So we're going to finish this off with this color because it is like a burnt, it just matches everything. It's a brown, it's a burnt orangey brown, and it'll create a nice ombre look on your lips. If you don't fill in where your lip liner was, and you simply go just up to it, all right. And it will smudge around. You will like do this a few times and it'll move, but that's fine. The idea is ombre. So this is the look. I'm gonna show you again in natural light just so you can see everything. I'm gonna take my hair out because I am wearing my hair out today. Let's get this looking good. All right, guys, this is a look. It's cute. I think it's natural and not too natural though, but it's natural. It's playful still. It's fun. I love it, honestly. The glossiness is so in now too that anybody who hates can hate, but it's pretty great. So this is the look, guys. I hope you enjoy. I hope you like it. I hope you think it's stunning and you try it out yourself. I'm gonna do that challenge again because no one did it last time. If you do this look, if you do a look similar to it, you don't have to use the exact products, then I will tag you or feature you more so on my story on Instagram and on Facebook. So make sure you go like this video, make sure you subscribe for future videos, and stay tuned for our November BoxyCharm review. Bye guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.